All right, y'all. Church check-in. Church check-in. Minister Jap. Wow. Getting a lot of emails, a lot of feedback. Got a request from one of the members of the church. Wanted me to break down the movie Inkwell and break it down with the gang. So, I'm gonna title this one, The Birth of Dirty Mackin. The Birth of Dirty Mackin. All right? The birth of a Dirty Mac. All right, so, in the movie Inkwell, you got this socially awkward lame named Drew, 16 years old. No friends, very socially awkward. Running around here just being goofy, and the only friend he has is a dog. He's a 16-year-old black male boy playing with dogs. His family is showing genuine concern. Playing with dolls and firecrackers and shit, and he blew up the fucking house. They're trying to get him to get more socially active and stop being all weird. And that's what a lot of these simps and the lames, they have a very, that's one commonality you can always find with simps, lames, and tricks. They were always socially awkward. So they pay for interaction and shit like that. They pay for companionship and shit like that because they don't know how to interact with people. They are so, they're hermits, like he was. So his family decided to take a trip to upstate New York, spot called the Inkwell. He go visit his uncles or whatever. It's a black area. It's got a lot of flavor. Got a beach and all that. You know what I'm saying? They was hoping that when he get down there, he could interact with more people and get more social. Now, he's got a cousin named Junior. Junior's a ladies' man. Junior's active, he's social and shit like that. And he takes Drew under his wing. Now, I say this to say, Drew reminds me of Michael Jackson. And I always blame the fall of Michael Jackson on Tito and Jermaine. I don't blame their daddy. Because when they was the Jackson 5, Tito and Jermaine was out doing their thing, fucking hoes, having a blast, you know what I'm saying? And it was up to them to take their little brother Michael under their wing and get him to stop playing with rats and shit, singing the rats and shit, playing with monkeys and shit. They let that shit go on for too goddamn long till it became him, and they couldn't get him right. They did them while Michael was sitting around here playing with motherfucking rats and monkeys and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a 11-year-old again. So I always blame Tito and Jermaine for that. Now, shout out to Junior in the movie, who is Drew's big cousin, taking him under the wing, bringing around the guys. Now, he gonna do lame shit around real niggas. You know what I'm saying? And, niggas gonna clown him and shit like that. He running around here trying to holler at bras and shit like that, and which is good, cause you gotta take your licks. You gotta take your rejections, you gotta take your embarrassment, and it's good that he got his footing, especially in a town where he's not from, and he can't get back to where you have to stay at, and especially when you're young. See, you want to get all that out of your system when you're young, so you know how to deal and move with women, and you know how to take rejections, you know what I'm saying, how to move and see, like, you know, how to wait a little bit to see if she got a nigga around. Okay, she, you know, and then you can kind of talk to a bit. You know what I'm saying? But I liked to see, I like the fact that his big cousin was just bringing him through, throwing him in the water, swim, nigga, swim. I like that. I like that. That's a real good cousin right there. That's a real good cousin. And, you know, he tries to holler at the baddest bitch. And this is what's dope about having that cousin that gave you that confidence. Cause nobody in the area hollered at the bitch Lauren, who was the baddest bitch in the whole fucking area. Nobody wanted to holler at her. They said she was stuck up and up. But Drew goofy ass decided to start hollering at her. Now, you know, she was a mean ass, stuck up, uppity bitch, which is Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? They always got Jada Pinkett playing hoes in movies. She's always a hoe in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Which should tell you, you know, what they think about you in real life. But in that movie, he hollered at her, she played him, then eventually called his ass to go kick it. You know what I'm saying? Now he go get up with the bitch and kick it and shit like this, but before that, this is what having a good cousin and a good uncle and a good mentor, you know what I'm saying? His cousin pulled him to the side, say, hey man, you going out with her? Take this condom. He said, man, I don't need the condom. He's like, listen, man, there's a lot of guys out here that's fathers who said the same thing that you said. Take it anyway. That was some real shit. I love to see that. That's how you groom young niggas for the game. So he took the condom or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? But going back to when they went out. So the baddest bitch in the area called the goofiest nigga in town, which was Drew, to go out. You know what I'm saying? So he goes to the door, she give him an attitude, punking his ass, but she still goes. You know what I'm saying? But he don't know no better. So he get to learn the ins and outs and all this shit of fucking with the bitch. So she jumps on the bike, they ride to the arcade. You know what I'm saying? They taking pictures and doing all types of little goofy shit or whatever like that. Then the bitch say, I want to eat. Let's get some food. So, okay, let's get some pizza. She's like, no, I want lobster. He like, you got no lobster money, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Which is what a lot of these bitches try to do, to try to test you. You know what I'm saying? But he complied to another request from the bitch, and he went out here and started to go catch a goddamn lobster. You know what I'm saying? But he's new in the game. He don't know how to tell a bitch no. We're gonna do what the fuck I say. He didn't really have no footing. So he out there catching lobsters, eating lobsters with the bitch, staying out with the bitch all night. Come back. His cousin like, man, so what happened? You know what I'm saying? He like, you know, we just talked and all that. You know, he's sounding all lame and cuddly and shit. You know, but we just talked and all this shit. Woo woo. And he like, okay, did you? He's like, no, silly. You know what I'm saying? He sound like Blank Man. I might have to do Blank Man on y'all ass. But, so, after that, you know what I'm saying? His cousin dapped him up and was like, hey man, good shit, which was encouragement for the game for him. You just took out the baddest bitch in the area. You did something that most niggas out here couldn't do and always wanted to do, but never stepped to it. Okay? Which was dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving them props for that because I always encourage niggas to step to the bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, y'all do all this shit but stepping to the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Step to the bitch. That's what he did. So, you know, going forward, he running around town. Now, his parents still think he weird as hell. They make him go see a shrink. You know what I'm saying? So he goes see the shrink, showing the shrink his best friend, which is his dog, all this goofball ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he meet this old lady at the beach. You know what I'm saying? She was cool or whatever like that. He says a couple words to her and all that. Seeing that she had a husband like, bitch, let's go. All right, cool. So the bitch leave with her husband. Nice talking to you, young man, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You know, now going forward, Drew out here kicking it, you know what I'm saying, after the motherfucking shrink give him some braids and shit. You You know what I'm saying? He riding his bike and shit on the beach, and he running around on the beach, and he fall right in front of the old bitch's husband with another bitch, and he greasing the other bitch down. You know what I'm saying? And the husband nigga don't recognize him because now he got braids and shit, so he not recognizing him. So eventually, I can't remember, I know he had to do something where he had to go by the old bitch house, and I think it was to pick up something or to drop something off. He came to the old bitch house, knocked on the door, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no. He gave the old bitch a ride to the crib, right? That's what happened. He gave the old bitch a ride to the crib because she was stranded or something in the middle of the city, so he got a 2-seater bike, so he drove the old bitch home because the husband wasn't picking her up, right? So he drive the bitch to the crib. Then he goes in, you know, they talking. The old bitch introduces Lil Drew to her husband. And her husband say, hey, where do I know you from? And he's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whole time, Drew know this is the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And dude realized like, oh shit. So he quickly hit him with some bread. Take care of yourself, son. Get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Gave him some money, so he thinking it's smooth. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing Drew is still a fucking simp. He done got his first date. Now he out here moving. People are talking to him. But now he's in love because he had his first date with the baddest bitch. And he eating lobsters and shit like that. So he think he got a girlfriend. So he's like all into faithfulness and love and shit. Okay? So going forward, Drew walking around the town again and see the old bitch's husband with another bitch. So he starts to follow the bitch. Follow the nigga. See the nigga make it out with another bitch. And he's like, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. That simp heart. You know what I'm saying? He had that simp heart. You know what I'm saying? So he set a booby trap on the husband's car. You know what I'm saying? With firecrackers and all types of shit. Locked the doors, smoked the nigga out, so he had to jump out through the roof. And then it said on the shit like cheaters never prosper. So this nigga became, you know what I'm saying, the biggest hoe advocate ever. Because he got his first like kiss or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, on a date with a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't never been with a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So after that, you know what I'm saying, he has another date set up with the bad bitch Lauren. Now, it's about to get tricky. So he's already on his, you know, high horse and shit, feeling himself. He comes to the bitch crib with flowers, like a goofy. You know what I'm saying? Ringing the doorbell, knocking on the door. Sitting out there for hours. All of a sudden, after hours, the lights pop on in the crib. He goes look at the window. He see his bitch, Lauren, you know what I'm saying, with this big ass motherfucking football player looking ass nigga, about to get it in, getting butt ass naked, which was a reality check for his ass. This nigga's sitting here in front of the fucking window, crying tears, and the bitch just looking at him and not stopping. So now you didn't caught another nigga up cheating just so you can come back and your bitch cheat on you. Oh my God, this was deep. So after that, you know what I'm saying? He's crying, he runs home and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a parade, it's fireworks. He had flowers. They supposed to go do all the cake shit with the bitch, but the shit ain't turned out that way because she getting dicked down in the room, like how, you know, Jada Pinkett always getting dicked down in movies because she's a whore. So, you know, going forward, he walking around the beach, you know what I'm saying, with the sad face and shit like that, you know. Then he see the old bitch. Now the old bitch already done cussed out her husband because she done found the bag and everything. He had a whole bag in his trunk with, like, you know, extra clothes, wine, condoms and shit like that. So, you know, whole bag. We always keep a whole bag in the trunk. You know how niggas do, real players do. So she done caught him, kicked him out the crib and all that. Now she's on the beach crying and shit, looking at the sunset. He's crying and shit, looking at the sunset. You know what I'm saying? And she get to asking him, was it you? Was it you that busted him? You can tell he's like, well, he had it coming. He had it coming. You know what I'm saying? And then she hits him with the thank you. Thank you. Starts kissing him. You know what I'm saying? Starts kissing him. And then, you know, then he finally get some pity pussy, man. She give him some pity pussy, some sadness pussy, you know what I'm saying? Some you know what I'm saying? Some revenge pussy, you know what I'm saying? And here's the crazy part about this bitch that a lot of people don't understand. This bitch was old as hell. Drew was only 16. This old ass lady, which was a pervert pedophile, fucking on a 16-year-old boy and didn't even have the decency to fuck him inside of a house. This old bitch fucked this nigga outside on a blanket on the sand and left his ass out there after he nutted. Now, here's the thing. This is the thing. That's why I tell y'all niggas, you get caught cheating, don't trip. Because she already sized up who she would cheat with anyway. She was talking to Drew too much on that beach anyway. You know what I'm saying? And for the husband to be so like, man, fuck it, I would never have my head down. Because it didn't take no more than 24 hours before she fucked the nigga who she was talking to on the beach, who was a kid, who was a child, which makes her a pedophile. Okay? That was statutory rape. That was an old ass lady fucking a 16-year-old boy in a movie, and they made that shit look romantic. And the 16-year-old boy dirty Macked her husband. Okay? Dirty Macked her husband to get the pussy. Are you following me? Are you following me? You know what I'm saying? So that's how he got his first piece of pussy. By dirty macking. By dirty macking and hating. And the karma came back to him after he did that shit. You know what I'm saying? He went to this girl crib and seen his bitch getting fucked. And was sitting there crying, about to kill himself. That's the game guys telling you to stop dirty macking because it's gonna come back. That's the karma. That's coochie karma. And that old ass lady, we gotta start putting these old ass ladies on blast that be fucking 16-year-olds and teenagers. Y'all made that shit, y'all dressed that shit up in that movie too goddamn good. Cause I didn't even think about that shit till I watched it yesterday. Church check in, man. Movie reviews, man. Yo, hit me up. Y'all need me to break down another movie with the Kane. I got y'all, man. Blessings to y'all. Hit me on all social media. You know what I'm saying? Minister Jap Network, man. Church check in.